Hello everyone, and welcome back to 99 Episode 1, where it's been 1 week since then.
It's been about a week since then.
Yeah, the incidents have only become more frequent. Oh, that's not good. Both the Evil Eyes user and the new artifact users have been active. The opening of the gate plunged Shiro Mitsugawa into chaos, just like in the anime. Seriously, why are we not just watching the anime and using it as a reference?
I legitimately don't know why we don't just sit down with what's her name and just
Kujo
watch
and
the anime all the way through. Yeah.
Binge it. Or so you would think. Oh. In reality, it's been a total snooze fest. Ah, they got us.
Maybe she turned herself into stone?
Maybe. Oh, she was looking through her front-facing camera and turned herself to stone. She was like, oh my god, this selfie's hideous. Yep. Stone.
Or it's like what happens if like a Medusa looks in the mirror, right? Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. We had the...
Or it's an app that turns you into stone.
Ooh. Okay. We had the human petrification case. And then the illusory fire. That caught me off guard for some reason. But since then...
Him too.
Yes. Nothing to speak of has happened. This is just conjecture, but I suspect that after those two incidents caused such a huge stir, the various users, including the culprit behind the petrification incident, are probably lying low. As for the guy who turned the school into a sea of flames, the only thing I know is that he's stopped coming to school. I would imagine so.
Yeah.
There's only so much that a normal student can investigate on their own. Still, I can say with confidence that there's been no sign of the chaos Sophie predicted, at the very least.
Ooh, you don't want to say that part.
No. As a result, both finding the culprit and finding allies have turned out to be difficult objectives. The ever-responsible Kujo has been fretting over it, saying, "We need to resolve this as soon as possible." But though I feel a little guilty admitting it, I've been hoping that things stay peaceful. My reason should be readily apparent. I can't cook. I can hear Kujo humming to herself in the kitchen. I don't know why, but Kujo has started to come over and make me dinner on days that she doesn't have work. According to Kujo,
コンビニのお弁当や外食ばかりで栄養バランスが心配だから。
who am I to disagree?
But they've got animals and vegetables and minerals.
Apparently she finds my unhealthy eating habits unacceptable. Also, she says cooking for me is her way of thanking me for always looking out for her.
Aw, that one time.
Well, you know, I don't have the foggiest memory of always looking out for her, which makes me feel a little guilty, but I've got a girl coming over to cook for me. And not just any girl, but the prettiest girl in class. No, in my grade. No, in the whole damn school. No way I could let an event straight out of my dreams slip through my fingers. When Kujo offered to cook for me, I played it cool and said she didn't need to bother, but in my mind, I was flexing like I'd won a title match.
オリーブオイル、オリーブオイル。
What's olive oil?
What?
Though quick, Kujo never makes a false step in the kitchen. Today she's making Salisbury steak. Its savory aroma wafts through the air. Ah, this must be what it feels like to live with your girlfriend. Ah, what bliss. Each day Kujo comes over is a real treat. Or it would be.
ハンバーグ、ヘイ、ハンバーグ、ヘイ。
All right. If only she were out of the picture. Why can't my clever little sister take a freaking hint? That's exactly why, because she is your clever little sister.
あのさ、にいに。
That's really good.
Wow.
I will absolutely have to remember that one because
Yes.
it's so stupid. It's amazing. Bromeo. What?
毎回こいつ邪魔だなって顔するのやめてくれません？
Well, then maybe you should stop.
Oh, you caught on?
露骨すぎてそりゃ気づきますよ。そんなに邪険にしていいんですかね。晩ご飯代私が出してるんですよ。
How do you figure?
You're not. Dad is.
ちょっと多めにもらって着服してます。
Don't phrase it like that, please.
You're incorrigible.
ごめんなさい。私の分まで出してもらって。
Cujo sets out a serving platter. On the platter sits a beautifully plated, multicolored salad.
ちゃっかり自分の分まで作っちゃって。ごめんなさい。好意に甘えちゃって。
No, I told you. You don't need to worry about that. It's more fun if we all eat together. And it'd just be a pain to try and figure out how much you should pay us back.
Fair.
そうそう。料理作ってもらってる手間賃ってことで。ありがとう。できる限りお金かけないようにするから。本当気にしなくていいですよ。お父さんからちゃんと食費もらってますし。ダメ。お金は大事にしないと。
Cujo shakes her fist at me. Why at me?
おじいさまがね、よく言ってるの。お金は贅沢するとすぐなくなっちゃうから、日頃から節約を心がけるべきだって。新見くんの普段の食生活だと、コンビニだと1000円近くになるし、うちのお店でも500円はかかるし、お昼もコンビニのパンやおにぎりでしょ。1日の食費だけでもバカにならないよね。でも夕飯だけでも作ればかなり抑えられるよ。今日はレタスが安かったし、ひき肉も半額だったの。そうやって安い食材を選べば今よりもずっと食費を。
The most frugal rich girl.
Here's my wallet and my credit card. Just, you know,
And my budget spreadsheet.
manage that for me.
Yeah.
Right.
え、主婦？
Cujo waxes eloquent over the subject while I stand there listening, half in horror and half in awe. Miyako Cujo. The heiress of the Corona Group, a titanic corporation. Neither of those names bring up good things.
I was about to say.
Her hobbies, coupon clipping, and bargain hunting. She's so prudent with how she spends money that she'd cringe to see a guy like me buy 3 sweet rolls at once without a thought and say, what a conspicuous consumption. Alright. Cujo is the antithesis of what you'd expect from a wealthy person. If anything, she comes off as a model proletarian. This side of her I've only come to know in this past week. What's more, that stiff attitude toward me has started to soften up. I'm pretty excited about how fast we're growing closer.
で、セロリなんだけど、あ、セロリ入れちゃったんだけど、2人とも大丈夫？
Absolutely not.
No, it killed my brother. No problems here.
ニーヤンに同じく。
Traitors.
よかった。いけない。ハンバーグ焦げちゃう。
She gasps and rushes off to the kitchen.
よかった。もうちょっとかな。先にサラダ食べてて。
Can do.
はーい。
Or so we say, but neither of us makes a move for the salad. We're not about to start eating without Cujo while she's slaving over a hot stove for us.
いやー、いいお嫁さんになりますな。
I mean, that's the objective with this episode, I think.
Oh, quit it, you.
何こいつもう時々かよ。キモい。
Okay, you say that now, but wait until episode 2.
Shut your mouth and take your ass home.
お前が帰れ。
We are home.
This is my home, brat.
いずれ私の家だ。
Are you an idiot?
アホって言った方がアホなんです。チーズ乗せる人。
Oh, for sure.
私も。
Priorities.
Why does it feel like more like she's the mom and we're just the two idiot kids?
Well, I mean, we are siblings, so it does make sense. Kujo's charming voice brings our pointless scuffle to a close. With a practiced hand, she puts on the finishing touches. And 5 minutes later, a delicious-looking dinner adorns the table.
では、いただきます。いただきます。
Itadakimasu. It's gonna be great.
I put my hands together and offer a prayer, and then I pick up my chopsticks.
ソースもみやこ先輩作ったの？うん。ケチャップとかウスターソースとか混ぜただけだけどね。
It's fantastic.
Where did our eyes go?
よかっ
I
た。
was about to ask that.
やわらかい。うちのお母さんのハンバーグなんかカッチカチなんだよね。
I start chowing down.
I imagine it's like the food that like the Gorons eat in Zelda.
Oh, yeah. Hey there, brother. You want some delicious rocks?
Why does it kind of sound like her sister?
I mean, this is incredibly good, and that's no empty compliment. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Kujo was the one who made it. Nonetheless, with all due respect to Mom, it's simply no contest as to whose cooking is better.
じゃあそろそろやりまっか。
Huh? Still chewing her food, Sora reaches for her laptop. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of taking our time over dinner. You see...
Oh, are we actually watching the thing? Oh, no.
You see, this is also our strategy briefing meeting.
アガスティアの葉を引き続き監視しておるのですが。
Oh, I didn't realize we had gotten Sora involved too. The Leaves of Agastya. In Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation, it's the name of the organization the protagonists belong to, apparently. Sora isn't talking about the anime, though. There is also the website of the same name. Yes, it exists in spite of the anime's lackluster popularity. Or perhaps that lack of popularity is exactly the reason that they felt the need to make a website. Is this another scheme from the city to try and raise money? Whatever the reason, a fan site nonetheless emerged, borrowing the name The Leaves of Agastya. Since posting their appreciation for the anime on Twitter, still making me laugh.
That sounds like a whole different website.
Well, actually, these days it's probably known by Z or something to that effect. Is bound to make them a laughingstock. Like-minded fans congregate there to gush among themselves. It's pathetic. Unsurprisingly, it was trolled constantly while the anime was still airing, and then it basically died once the anime finished. But the webmaster still valiantly updates the blog. That's all there is to the site now. Until recently, that is.
何か気になる書き込みあった？ちょっと待ってね。
She navigates around and pulls up a role-playing forum. There, people talk to each other while pretending to be characters in the anime or original artifact users that they've made up. Truly a home for the dregs of humanity. Normally, you wouldn't catch me dead browsing a site like this, but right now, I can't let my delicate sensibilities get in the way of the business at hand.
My sensibilities.
ほら、ここ見て。今日の朝投稿された書き込みなんだけどね。
Mercy. She scrolls down the forum and directs us to a post by a person calling herself Queen of Eden.
アーティファクトの力をうまく制御できないって相談なんだけど。見て見て。アーティファクトが力の使い方を教えてくれたけどってあって。アニメにはない設定を語ってる。アニメではアーティファクトは何も教えてくれない。ただのアイテム。あ、そこらへん知らなかったな。私が引っかかったのはね、次の行。
My power's gone berserk and guys are all fawning over me. All these boys won't leave me alone and I'm at the end of my rope. Oh man, I know exactly who that is.
Is her artifact a milkshake that brings all the boys to her yard?
でしょ？これ
If by
絶
yard
対あ
you
の
mean
人だよ。
her, then yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
知ってる人？
We know of her, but not the other way around. There's this girl with like a reverse harem that we always see on the way to school.
No, she's actually in a different game, and it happens to be an otome novel.
日に日に信者が増えていくんだよね。性格もなんか変わってるし。性格が？
At first, she was really timid. I thought she'd just broken out of her shell and found some way to string all these guys along, but...
そんなもんじゃないよ、あれは。モテ方も異常だし。異常なモテ方。確かに疑わしいね。書き込んだ人と同一人物ならやっぱりあの人ユーザーだよ。ここの噂を聞いたんだよ、絶対。
Ah, yes, the rumor. They say that there are real users mixed in with the role players on this Leave of Agastya forum. The rumors sounded harmless and silly at first, but after the human petrification incident and the illusory fire, a lot of people are starting to believe it, or at least show interest in it. And that group of interested people obviously includes us. We've noticed there are people writing things that only real users would know. It quickly became apparent that this forum has become a meetup spot for real users pretending to roleplay. And thus, here we are monitoring it. Now, as to why we've entrusted this task to Sora, the real question.
みやこ先輩に私、それに一応ニーにも、あの火事の人もだし、やっぱうちの生徒がユーザーになってるっぽいな。
Fearless leader? Are they looking for moose and squirrel? No, that's not just her messing around and adding herself to the count. This brat ended up being a user too. Her ability is perceptual control. Interesting. With her power, she can make people and objects more conspicuous or less. I really don't know what to say about her ability. She hasn't shown us her artifact, so I don't know what it looks like. It seems that she may have additional abilities which allow her to steal things, like Kujo, and maybe even some sort of destructive power, but she's keeping that a secret for the time being. I thought searching for allies would prove difficult, but it turned out I had one right beside me the whole time, so we got a new member to join our party with hardly any effort.
石化事件の犯人もうちの生徒なんじゃない？そう結論づけるのは早いと思う。私たちの共通点ってフェスの会場にいたことだよね。
To be more specific, we were there when the sacred relic broke. But if that's true, we'd be dealing with all kinds of people from out of town, right? No way we can keep track of them all.
そうね。もしゲートが神社付近にあるなら、的外れな推測ではないと思うのだけれど。
It would be convenient for plot purposes.
あ、そうそう思い出した。会場に気になる人でもいた？そうじゃなくて、ずっと聞こうと思ってたの忘れてた。何？アニメのこと。
Why?
みやこ先輩、アニメとの類似点がどうのこうのってよく言うじゃん。さっきも言ってたし。そうね。それでこのサイトにたどり着いたわけだし。私見たことないからピンときてないんだよね。ゲートとか異世界とか。実はニーにもそうでしょ？
Totally.
I've just been going along with the flow whenever she does that, but yeah, you're right.
でしょでしょ？家事とか見たし、実際に私もユーザーになってるし、今更って感じはあるんだけどさ。ここの掲示板の人たちがやたら盛り上がってるのがなんかこう温度差なんだよね。このエデンの女王もうさ、なんか怪しいって思っただけでみやこ先輩みたいにアニメにはないこと書いてるって分かんなかったし。ああ、なるほど。そうね。アニメの知識がないと。
And my parents said that knowledge was useless.
そうそう。もしかしたら大事な情報を見落としてるかもなーって、だから聞かないとって思ってた。
You watched pretty much the whole thing, if I'm not mistaken.
全25話全部。
Oh, that's not even a long series.
We could literally binge this thing right now.
Yeah, really.
何気に2クールのアニメだったんだ。かなり力入れてたみたいだから。私はよくわからないんだけど、作画あの良さには一定の評価を得ているみたい。
And the plot?
Have you seen the movie Holes? Kujo smiles sheepishly. Well, that explains that.
つまんねえと。
そこまでは言わないけれど、難解というか説明不足というか。
We spent all of our budget on the effects. We didn't have left over for writers.
You know, I'll be honest, it sounds better than I thought it was. I thought it would be like everything was bad.
Well, at least it had something going for it.
Look, I have seen shows where nothing was good.
Oh yeah, me too.
Everything was mediocre or bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked it up on a few sites, and oddly enough, that seems to be why it's popular among hardcore fans.
思わせぶりな要素を深読みして楽しむタイプの人たちだ。
Gee, that sounds familiar. It kind of sounds like us with Kinkoi.
町おこしのアニメだから、白蜜川の言い伝えを現代風にアレンジしたストーリーになるのかな。小さい頃に聞いた話ではあったから、ちょっと懐かしくはあったかな。
言い伝えって何でしたっけ？
You visited the shrine in elementary school, didn't you?
ああ、あの課外学習の定番の。
And Naruse's grandpa lectured you about the local folklore whenever you went there, yeah?
だからそれどんな話？おい。
Man, that droning voice of his always puts me right to sleep.
わかる、それ超わかる。
昔この土地に大きな災いがあって、白蛇様が助けてくれたって話だね。
Oh, right. The white serpent came and left some kind of good luck charm, and that was the sacred relic?
そうそう。
なんだよ、ちゃんと覚えてるじゃん。
Only a bit of it. I can't remember what kind of disaster happened.
Maybe it was an earthquake.
そのあたりは私も曖昧なんだけど、アニメと絡めて話してもいい？
お願いします。
アニメではね、過去にアーティファクト戦争っていうものがあって、白蛇様、アニメでは聖女様って言われてるんだけど、聖女様が戦争を終わらせるの。聖女様のアーティファクトの力で異世界のゲートを開き、邪悪なアーティファクトをそこに封じた。
Oh, wow. So she controlled the gate?
そう、その聖女様のアーティファクトがこちらの世界でいうつくも神社の神器だったんだと思う。
それが壊れちゃったからゲートが開いて邪悪なアーティファクトがこっちの世界に戻ってきちゃったと。
Still
そ
wasn't
れ
me.
がアニメの冒頭ね。そして今私たちが置かれている状況でもある。
Well, now I see why you keep talking about the anime. It really does seem like everything's progressing like it did in the anime.
でしょ？白蜜川の大きな災いもアーティファクトが引き起こした天災。いえ、人が扱うのだから人災ね。そういうことだったのかもしれない。今回のようにソフィーさんの世界とつながってしまって、こちらの世界にないはずのアーティファクトが流出した。
And that's when the Great White Serpent came along and resolved everything.
その白蛇様ってなんすか？なんで蛇？
蛇の化身って言い伝えみたいだけど、正体は謎みたい。
まあ、いっか。アニメはどうなるの？
ゲートの監視をしていたアガスティアの派に所属するユーザーが邪悪なユーザーと戦うってストーリーだね。
思ったより単純なストーリーだな。ユーザーってどうやって選ばれてるの？アニメでは。急に渋い顔になりましたよ。
そのあたりは語られていなかったような。
Ah, one of the plot holes.
だよ、それが分かれば楽できたのに。
What makes someone a wicked user?
If they come from Boston.
アガスティアの派に所属しているユーザーが善で、それ以外は悪ってくくりだったかな。
すっげえ大雑把。
もともとこちら側にあったアーティファクトを善とするなら、 私の持つアーティファクトは悪ってことになるね。
Ah, but you're using it for good purposes. Take that.
私もニーヤンもじゃん。
Let's not overthink this.
でもなんか欲しいよね、血筋とかさ。
It'd be really nice if it were something that simple.
みゃおこ先輩とかそれっぽくない？
私
お嬢様だし、なんかそんなイメージ。
イメージ
Oh, that reminds me. Aren't there a lot of people like you in Shiramitsugawa with the character 9 in their family names?
Ah, so that's where that comes from.
あ、うちのクラスにいるよ、九段坂さん。
Oh, there's also Kokonoe-san.
予想なんだけど、つくも神様から取ったのかな。つくもさんってそのままの人もいるし、十津川さんって名字の人もいるよ。
9と10か。そこら辺の名字の人が由緒正しい血筋とかなのかな。ユーザーはその人たちから選ばれるとか？
So how'd you get it?
Well, I mean, she has the whole 10 thing going for her. That was one of the jokes.
But yeah.
Of course, that was with her first name, not her family name, so I don't know.
でも新見くんもソラちゃんもユーザーなんだから関係ないと思うな。
あ、そっか。白とか蛇とかついてれば完璧だったのにね。
Well, actually, Sora,
何？
the me in Nimi is the character for ocean, right?
うん。
Once upon a time, it wasn't ocean, it was serpent. The same me as in Shiramitsugawa, the serpent in the Chinese zodiac.
マジっすか。じゃあ、私らも神の血統。
Well, I believe it with your hair. I'm a little on the fence with us.
Mm-hmm. According to the backstory I just made up, yes.
Ha!
Ow!
一瞬信じたでしょうが。
新見くんもそういう冗談言うんだね。
Oh, look, Gullible's written
Ow.
on the ceiling.
The pain is worth it. My waifu liked it.
この人超適当っすよ。みやこ先輩の前だとカッコつけてんすよ。
Okay, that is true.
All right, shut up. Look, this just means we have to search the old-fashioned way.
何を？
Users.
ああ、はい。
少なくとも魔眼のユーザーはこの町にいるはずだもんね。
True. There might be some users outside of the area, but that's another matter. And I'm sure Sophie can handle it herself. Probably.
そのソフィーってさ、ぬいぐるみなんでしょ？私まだ会ったことないんだけど。
That's probably for the best.
私もまだ2回くらいかな。
She tried to eat our hand.
She drops by my apartment every now and then, but she usually just says something insulting and leaves. You still haven't found the evil eye and whatnot.
You know, actually, she'll probably get along with Sora really well.
Yeah.
今はおとなしくしているけれど、そのうち犯行を再開するかもしれない。
Yeah, I think you're right.
捕まえられるのは私たちだけ。燃える展開だぜ。これがアニメならまさに主役。
Oh, the fourth wall, there it goes.
この掲示板でうかつな書き込みでもしてくれると、すぐにでも特定できるのにね。
Yeah, but we've got nothing on them until they mess up like that. Unless we can find a pattern, that is.
Watch the person that has the evil eye basically think of themselves like Light Yagumi from Death Note. And they're just going around purging things that they think are evil. That would be interesting.
You know what? That actually might be true.
We'll find out.
They're actually on the path to destroy all iPhone users. That's it.
なんか書き込んでみる？魔眼のユーザーが興味引きそうな。
Maybe like, I want to try out my power on a human. Anyone got any good experience?
そうそう。
そもそも犯人はこの掲示板見てるのかな？
Ooh, good point. For the time being, I guess we just have to investigate every shady customer we see.
So everybody on the forum.
そうだ、それなんだけど。
前に話してた常連さん？
そう。やっぱりあの人もユーザーな気がして。
The Parfait Queen.
Who are we talking about?
いつもパフェ頼んでくれる。
Oh, the Parfait Queen.
そうそうそう。
パフェクイーンで通じるのかよ。怪しいのその人。
Well, I mean, have you seen her? She always orders that same parfait.
怪しいっていうか、私が怪しまれているというか。先週だっけ、うちのお店で3人集まったでしょ。ソラちゃんがユーザーだって分かった時。
Can we get a flashback?
Oh yeah, I remember.
私が能力実演したけど地味すぎて全く実感してもらえず切れた時ですね。
Oh yeah. So you think she was listening in?
かなり大きな声で話しちゃったから、私たちがユーザーであることが。
Did she say anything to you?
ただあの日を境に睨まれるようになって。
ほほう、それは怪しい。
Do we have any other leads we could... No, I guess we don't.
そうね、ない。魔眼のユーザーの話もしたでしょ。それで私たちを警戒し始めたってことは。
犯人！
その可能性もあるのかなって。
If I remember right, she goes to Kuho.
そうね、九宝女学院の制服着てるね。
うちの学校の生徒説消えました。
True, but she is a high school student. It's still true that all the users we know of are around our age.
絞れはしたけど、まだまだね。
For starters, we can investigate the Parfait Queen.
よかったら一度お店に来てもらってもいい？睨まれてるの、私の自意識過剰かもしれないし。
She walks into the door. The second she does, the Parfait Queen just locks eyes with her and starts screeching like in, what is it, Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Yeah.
パフェクイーンって毎日いるの？
ほぼかな。学校終わってからすぐ来てくれる時と、ちょっと遅めに来てくれる日も。
I often see her while I'm having dinner, so she usually is there about now.
パフェの後紅茶も頼んでくれて、1時間とか長い時は2時間くらいゆっくりしてるかな。
Interesting. Maybe I should take a peek once I drop Sora off at the station.
何？一緒に行けばいいじゃん。
I don't think so.
何？いやいやいやって。
でも遅くなっちゃうし。そっか、バイト以外で会ったことないし、試しに行ってみるのもいいのかな。
Let's go once we're done eating.
付き合ってもらってもいい？
Of course not.
ありがとう。
あれ？だから私は？
遅くなっちゃうから、ソラちゃんは無理しないで。
別に無理じゃないけど。
I don't think so.
だからなんだよそれ、喧嘩売ってんの？
Is it working?
Hurry and eat. We don't want the Salisbury steak Cujo worked so hard to get cold.
やだ、チーズが固まっちゃう。
目玉焼き乗せてもよかったね。
それ次でお願いします。
We finish our briefing and return to our meal. There's a long road ahead of us, but we're moving forward bit by bit. If we do manage to find the Evil Eye's user and put an end to their murderous ways, that could also mean the end of Cujo's cooking and our shared meals. I'd be pretty torn up about that, I think to myself as I munch on a bite of salad that you can't see.
ごめんね、 もうちょっとだけ待っててね。
No, I should apologize to you. The way I'm always letting you do the dishes.
I don't contribute anything to this.
私が好きでしてるだけだから気にしないで。
Is there anything I can help you with?
大丈夫。任せて。
She scrubs away at the plates deftly. I guess even if I tried to help, I would just end up getting in the way with how small and cramped my kitchen is. I fall back dispirited. I flop down into my seat.
ねえ、私もナインボール行きたいんだけど。
Drop it. It's getting too late.
なんで？
Like I said, because it's late.
And it's not your episode.
ちょっとくらい遅くなってもいいじゃん。
No, I won't allow it.
何怒ってんの？
I'm worried. If anything should happen to my dear little sister, if something terrible were to happen to you on the dark streets, I would...
お兄ちゃん。お前、みやこ先輩と二人きりになりたいだけだろ。
Ah, did you see through it that easily?
ほら見ろおい、なんだこの無言で差し出した1000円は。
Her face in the background.
I love it.
Blissfully unaware.
I'm begging you, just go home.
どんだけ必死なんすか、兄上。
Very.
Look, we're about to play your route, so probably real desperate.
Oh. Despite her disappointment, she snatches up the bribe from my hand. I knew my little sister could be reasoned with.
わかったわかりました、帰ります。
You're the best.
ニーニのそんな笑顔見たの初めてな気がする。
Actually, now is the correct time to call him Bromeo.
That is true.
You're the kind of little sister every guy dreams of.
二人きりだったらぶん殴ってますよ。何その熱い手のひら返し。
お待たせ。どうしたの？
Nothing's wrong at all. All right, Sora, I'll do you a favor and walk you to the station.
はいはい。何がやるぞだよ。
Sora mutters an imprecation, but I ignore her and jog to the door.
Not forgetting anything?
大丈夫。
All right, let's get going.
みやこ先輩、ごちそうさまでした。
いえいえ。
Fujo and Sora sling their bags over their shoulders, and I go out empty-handed. The three of us exit my apartment and head toward the station. After seeing Sora off, Kujo and I head to Nine Ball. We can't be sure that the Parfait Queen will actually be there. But I don't particularly care either way, since for me, it's just an excuse to spend some time alone with Kujo. Though I'm not about to tell her that.
ごめんね。いつも私のわがままに付き合わせちゃって。
I was the one who said I'd go with you to take a peek. You don't need to apologize all the time, you know?
そうね。ありがとう。ごめんなさい。
What did I just say?
あ、
That's your catchphrase. No doubt.
気をつける。
Kujo, you're gonna be getting home pretty late. Is that okay?
バイトの日はもっと遅いし、今日は新見くんのお家に行くって言ってあるし。
Is that a good thing?
You told them that, huh?
あれ、言わない方が良かった？
Oh no, as long as it's not gonna cause trouble for you.
何が？
I mean, it's just you're visiting a guy's apartment, right? I thought that you're telling your parents you were going over there to cook might give them the wrong idea.
もしかしてソラちゃんを呼んだのって気を使ってくれてた？
Invited?
That's kind of a strong word.
Not really. Honestly, even if I didn't invite her, she would just crash the party.
On the positive side, I have confirmed she is not a vampire.
そっか。大丈夫だよ。
Wait, what? How come?
特におじいさまが新見くんのこと大好き。
He does? But why? We've never even spoken.
新見くんっていただきますとごちそうさまってちゃんと言ってくれるでしょ。
Well, I do, yeah.
会計の時もごちそうさまって言ってくれるし、気持ちのいい青年だっておじいさま言ってたよ。
Huh? But I mean, that's just common courtesy.
あんまりいないよ。そこまでしてくれるお客さん。
That's kind of sad, actually.
Man, I never would have thought that.
そういうもんです。小銭ポイって投げてくる人もいるし、変なクレームつけてくる人もいるし。
Like what?
私はもっとしょっぱいのが好きなのに、この料理は薄すぎるとか。
Get over yourselves.
だよね。だから新見くんはとってもいいお客さんってこと。
Crazy.
実は毎回新見くんの料理におじいさまがおまけしてる。
Wow.
Wait, really?
ミニトマト1個多く入れたりとか、スープ少しだけ多くとか。おじいさまに叱られちゃう。今の内緒ね。
She grins and puts a finger to her lips. My heart skips a beat at the gesture, and I avert my eyes in a panic. Desperate to disguise how hard that hit me, I tried to change the topic.
But hey, how about them Jets?
No, we don't talk about the Jets.
But hey, isn't the Parfait Queen a regular too?
そうね。綺麗に食べてくれるから嬉しいっておじいさま言ってた。
The idea of a girl like that being our culprit, it's not something I want to think about.
そうね。もしかしたらなんて言っちゃったけど。
But you really did see her staring at you.
考えてみたら犯人だったらそんな露骨なことしないよね。
Oh, that's a good point.
Maybe she's just socially awkward.
短絡的に疑っちゃうなんて申し訳ないことしちゃった。
Anyway, let's check her out. Though to be honest, I have no idea how we're gonna tell if she's actually a user or not.
Just walk up to her. So, you a user?
She just start scratching. What do you mean?
You like that forum based on that anime? Do you like gladiator movies? Wait, no, that's wrong thing, sorry.
スティグマが浮かんでくれれば楽なんだけど。
Kujo stares at her left hand. She's referring to the emblem that appears when a user activates their ability. The term stigma was one borrowed from the anime, just like with Artifact. Kujo's is readily visible, but Sora's apparently shows up somewhere that's usually covered by her clothes. Ooh, I wonder where. As for me, well, still nothing.
We'd have to catch her while she's activating her ability.
なおかつ手や顔、女の子なら足もかな。目視できる場所にスティグマが浮かぶこと。
Our chances aren't great.
そうね。
Our arrival at the cafe cuts off our conversation. We park Kujo's bike in the front of the building and go inside. Welcome, says the same part-timer who always makes a point of recommending me the Salisbury steak. I take a quick scan of the cafe.
For some reason, I thought you were going to give him some kind of a voice.
Well, okay. Welcome!
Or you just...
Welcome! Professor Oak.
Welcome!
Welcome! Hey there, youngster. Just go through an entire repertoire of various.
Welcome.
What are you buying?
Welcome.
We'll be here all night.
We will be.
Hello there. Look who's here.
General Kenobi.
Well, well. The part-timer strikes up some friendly conversation, and after Kujo chats with her a moment, oh, well then my voice was completely off topic for her. She points us to the table in the back. Did not realize it was a woman. Oops.
Welcome.
We take our seats, and once we receive our glasses of water, I open my mouth.
She's staring for sure.
When he said I open my mouth, I just imagined him to drink some water.
Just picks up the water, raises it above his head, opens his mouth like a baby bird, and just pours it in.
やっぱり
Definitely. Plus, I saw her tense up the moment you stepped in. Very suspicious reaction.
じゃあ彼女も
We can't say anything for sure just yet.
I glance over at the queen. She's giving us off with their head eyes. When our eyes meet, she quickly averts her gaze and takes a sip of her tea. It was only natural for her to stare daggers at our group when Yoichi was making a ruckus, but the suspicion she's shown us from the moment we walked in is anything but normal.
So, let's start from the assumption that she knows what we are. But if she did, would she really be so openly hostile?
うんだよねやっぱり私の考えすぎかな
What if she's on our side?
ああなるほど
But honestly, who knows? We just don't have enough information to go on.
I sigh and crack open the menu.
Ordering, Kujo?
ああそうねせっかく来たのにお水だけなんて失礼だし
That's true waifu material. Actually, one of my big minor pet peeves.
Okay.
Which maybe we'll get a count of that one day, but one of my legitimate ones is I hate when people go into an establishment and don't do anything with it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when people go into a restaurant just to use their Wi-Fi or just to hang out and stuff like that. Like, I'll never do that. I will always get something.
Now, what if you're going in just to go to the bathroom?
I've never actually had to do that before, where I was just going in to use the bathroom. But if I do normally, I'm like, all right, I'm going to use the bathroom and get like a cola or something.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I'm like, still, like, I'm going into their place. I'm going to, still.
No, that's fair. That's considerate.
Even though your family runs the place.
親しき中にも礼儀あり家族にも礼を尽くせ九条家の家訓です
I got weird Maylin vibes
Oh, yeah.
from that, like giving me the I can see how you all made it big. I think I'll get a slice of cake.
すごいそんなにあっさり決めちゃうなんて
Why? Do you not like cake?
Oh, should I get something else?
Is the cake a lie?
だってケーキの値段
Oh, right. Right. Because she was criticizing us about that.
ああやっぱり新見くんブルジョワジーね
Oh, she actually does say it. Okay.
I asked you to stop saying that, Kujo. It comes across as snide.
Might have something to do with the eyes.
そんなつもりはごめんなさい
I mean, you can say it with that face, but just not with the eyes.
Well, there's another apology.
ごめんあ今なんていうのが正解
How about I'm sorry?
もう
I'm sorry. I'll stop teasing you.
Kujo pouts for a moment, but once I start laughing, she can't help but join in.
Wanna split the cake? I doubt I can eat the whole thing.
たくさんおかわりしてたもんね。
Your Salisbury steak was really good.
ありがとう。じゃあ半分こしよっか。
What kind would you like?
新見くんの好きなの選んで。
Anything's fine by me.
2 hours later.
そう？じゃあどうしよっかな。
Kujo pours over the menu. Holy shit, this totally feels like a date. Whoa, slow down there, Bromeo. Now's not the time to get all giddy. I know that's not what it says, but that's how I read it.
Jeez, you can just feel her glaring at you.
Maybe that's her ability.
そうね。睨まれてるね。
The Parfait
Feels
Queen.
like feels like my defense is going down.
That's where I was going with that. The Parfait Queen used Lear.
Yep.
Unable to ignore it, I glance at her some more.
Metal Gear exclamation mark?
何？どうしたの？
Well.
She gets up from her seat and walks to the register. That girl.
She said something to me. I saw her move her lips.
なんて言ったかわかった？
No, afraid not.
I track the girl with my eyes. She pays her check and exits the cafe without so much as a glance at us.
I don't know if she's the culprit, but
ユーザーであることは
yeah, that seems certain.
バイトの時注意しておく。
And I'll make sure to stop by as often as I can.
ありがとう。
Well, we're finally making some headway.
そうね。
So, what are we eating?
あ、
Priorities. She looks at the menu once again, and a smile spreads across her face. We've done all we can here for now. Given that, I figure we can at least enjoy our time together before we head home. I mean, I'm probably the one who's thinking about how much like a date this is, but that's irrelevant.
じゃあシフォンケーキでいい？
Ooh.
Well, let's do it. Excuse me.
I flag down the waitress. Salisbury steak? She asks immediately, but I firmly ignore her and order a cake. I already had that, thank you. Kujo looks a little antsy the whole time, maybe because even though it's her grandfather's cafe, it's also her workplace. So we finish up pretty quickly and step outside.
また明日ね。
See ya.
We split up halfway and I return to my apartment.
Huh?
Arriving, I find my lights already on, despite being certain that I turned them off before we left.
Fight mode.
For a moment, I think maybe it's Sora, but no, more likely...
おかえりなさい。
Do you really need to turn the lights on? Can you not, like, see in the dark, or I don't know?
It looks like it would glow in the dark in one of its modes.
Oh, the green one? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
If you're in this room, would you mind shutting off the lights in the other one?
なぜ？
It's hell on my electric bill.
電気？使用するのにお金がいるのね。こちらの世界のルールはよくわからないわ。
I'm paying the bill for that computer you're using without my permission, too.
細かいわね。
She lets out a sigh as if to imply that somehow I'm the one in the wrong here, without taking her gaze from the monitor. I heave a melodramatic sigh of my own and take a seat next to where Sophie is hovering.
なかなか便利ね。
That's the one.
こちらの世界はアーティファクトに頼らない代わりに独自の発展を遂げている。興味深いわ。
I have a bigger question. How are you typing?
Very, very slowly. Unless she's using that goo.
What are you doing?
みやこが言っていたアニメというのを見ていたの。アーティファクトが登場しているという。
So what are your opinions of it?
Oh. This is Mobius?
A hectic battle rages on the monitor. The animation is indeed good. I'm signed up for this site with unlimited streaming, so I told Sophie she could use it if she wanted to, but I'm astonished she's actually watching the show.
わからない言葉が多いけれど、それなりに忠実のようね。
To what? Oh, right. It's based off local folklore.
なかなか面白いわね。絵が動くのも興味深い。
Alright.
Alright. Never thought it'd be people from another world who'd get into the show. Clearly they were aiming for the wrong demographic.
でも、イーリスの2つ名も能力も間違っている。
What? You mean she's an actual person?
こちらの世界では有名人よ。
Huh. You don't say.
So it seems that Kujo's guess was right on the money. The disaster from long ago is connected with the artifacts and the inhabitants of Sophie's world.
それはいいわ。
Sophie brings the topic to a close and finally turns to look at me.
何か進展は？
No.
Maybe you'd know that already if you came by when we were all around. It sure saved some time.
嫌よ。騒がしいのは嫌いなの。特にあなたの妹。私の苦手な人種。
I feel like I should apologize on my little sister's behalf.
で、進展は？
There are two individuals we suspect are users. We could use your help.
何を？
I need you to confirm whether or not they're real. You can tell who is a user, can't you, Sophie?
誰がそんなことを言ったの？
Huh? Didn't you say so yourself?
Pretty sure you did.
言ってないわよ。
Lies.
Of course you did. You're the one who told me that I'm a user, remember?
私があなたを見つけたんじゃない。先にあなたが私を見つけたの。
What does that even mean?
She sighs yet again. She, actually, maybe he? You know what? I'm just going to stick with she. She's got this crazy idea that if some thought makes sense to her, it'll make sense to everybody else when she says it out loud. If I want to actually get any information out of her, the secret is just don't get pissed off at her. That's what I've learned this past week.
私の原体。あなたにはわからないわね。仮の姿にはいくつかのエンチャントが付与されている。
That's not that impressive. The other floating thing in the other game has 77.
その一つが、そうね、わかりやすく言えば姿を隠す魔法。
I can see you just fine, though.
当然よ、ユーザーには効果がない。
Oh, now I get it.
お猿さんしか騙せない低位なアーティファクトの能力でも使いようによっては役に立つ。
Ow.
So you're saying that anyone who sees you is a user?
We just go around carrying her in our arms. Look at it! Look at it!
Look at it!
I want you to look at it!
そうね。私に最初に気づいたのがあなただった。そして最初に予定を狂わせたのもあなただった。
You're welcome.
Oh, you mean because I didn't have an artifact?
違う。こんな愛らしい姿をした私を連れ去らなかったこと。おかげで自力でここを突き止める羽目になった。
No way I was just taking you with me. Why would I bring home a random plushie I found on the ground?
落ちてるものは自分のものでしょ。常識よ。
Alright, can't argue with that.
Your world's definition of common sense is screwed up.
I hang my head. That would be just pure chaos. Did they not have basic property laws there or something?
Well, whatever. Can you check whether those two can see you?
お断り。
Oh, hey, come on, give me a break. We need your help here.
手伝うけど、姿を見せるのはダメ。他世界への過干渉は禁じられているの。その要求は飲めないわ。
Who's making these rules?
Then what will you do for us?
素性を調べてあげる。
You can do that?
私は複数のアーティファクトを持っている。答えはそれで十分でしょ？
Not really.
Fair enough. So, I want you to investigate a girl I see on my morning commute. She doesn't seem to be a classmate of Sora's, so she's likely a third year. She's got herself a bit of a reverse harem, always surrounded by guys. The second one's a regular at Kujo's grandfather's cafe, Nineball. She acts hostile towards Kujo and me for some reason.
なぜか。
Well, she may be onto the fact that we're users.
うかつね。まあいいわ。外見の特徴を教えて。
The third year girl... Oh, let's see. Her hair's longer than Kujo's, the other girl has a different school uniform than us, and I guess what you'd call a bob cut? Her hair goes down to the chin, roughly.
結構。一日もらうわよ。
You can do that fast?
一週間かかっても何も見つけられないあなたとは違うの。
Well, if you're so great, you can just search yourself.
できないから頼んでいるのよ。おバカね。あなたのことを調べているのよ。特殊なアーティファクト。
Oh, I see. Did you find anything?
ユーザーが自覚を持たないなんて他に例がない。ますますあなたを野放しにできなくなった。
That does not build confidence.
In other words, you haven't learned a damn thing either.
うるさいわね。じゃあね。私が戻ってくるまでおとなしくしているのよ。
Sophie disappears into a patch of distorted space. Is that an artifact ability too? The power to move between worlds. In that case, I wonder if it's the same kind of artifact as the secret relic. When the sacred relic broke, the gate opened and the artifacts began leaking into our world. And apparently Sophie's Sephiroth organization, or whatever it's called, is out to retrieve them. But I get the feeling they don't exactly run a tight ship. We don't know how many artifacts have already leaked through. And for that matter, we still don't know what my own artifact is. We've only recovered a single artifact so far, and that was all thanks to Kujo. You know, it's not like Sophie has accomplished anything. What gives her the right to act so high and mighty? Well, whatever. I've never really felt particularly compelled to save the town or search for users or anything. But still, I can't help but think... What if Kujo falls victim to the evil eye? Or what if Sora were to get turned into stone? Thinking about that kind of stuff has given me just enough motivation to go through with this work. I guess for now I can wait and see what Sophie can dig up. Until tomorrow's report, then. Day 4.29. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We have possibly uncovered a couple of new users, but I guess we'll probably figure that out today, assuming that Sophie background checks come back. And we've got a little task force, which, for better or worse, includes our sister. Yay. No, it's fantastic. I love that it includes our sister. Because the Bromeo thing is still hilarious. Bromeo, Broski, bring it on. I want to see how many different versions of this you can come up with this.
I want to see how many we get by the end.
Yes, I love it. I am definitely invested at this point.
Me too.
Also, I really want to figure out what our ability is.
Me too. You know, I'm half thinking that you were correct, by the way.
What was I correct about?
And that it's like...
I don't remember.
And that it's like some, Like a little fragment of the thing got stuck in our hand or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, and we don't know what Sora's artifact looks like, and we don't know what Parfait Queen's... I know she has a name, and I know it says it in the character information and all that jazz, but...
You know what? We haven't learned it officially yet. Doesn't count.
Therefore, still Parfait Queen. But yeah, haven't really seen many of them. They seem to mostly be jewelry at this point. I wonder if they're all going to be like that, or if there's going to be some variation. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.